We are honoring Black History Month tonight with the story of the Montford Point Marines and two Indiana natives whose grandfathers served on that segregated base in the 1940s. Now they're on a mission to make sure these Marines are recognized for their very historic and very painful journey.
I am the grandson of PFC Morris Ruffin.
I am the granddaughter of Private Maurice L. Burns Sr., who was a Montford Point Marine.
Two Marion, Indiana natives finally see their grandfathers recognized for what they did and what they endured as Montford Point Marines.
There was always, I felt like, a sparkle that was missing from my grandfather. There was always this thing. Couldn't figure out what it was. And my grandfather never talked about the Marine Corps. He never talked about the military. And then when I discovered that he had served, now I wonder if that little dullness was because, the pain or the trauma. It was probably one of the best kept secrets during his life because no one ever talked about it.
But now Mallory Berger is talking often about her grandfather, Maurice Burns, and the Marines he served with at Montford Point, like fellow Marion native Reginald Moore's grandfather, Morris Ruffin.
Everything that was set up for them was designed for failure. They were not meant to be Marines simply because of the color of their skin.
This wasn't your typical, let's break you down to build you up Marine Corps stories. That's the side. This is straightforward abuse. I've read stories of these men being forced to drink their own urine. I've read stories of them being forced to stand on the banks of a swamp at attention while being bitten by mosquitoes. That's not what a Marine should go through, or anyone should go through. And that's probably partly why they didn't talk about it. How can you come home and tell your kids some of the horrible things that were done to them?
So for the longest time, they didn't know what their grandfathers endured. It literally took them years to put the pieces together.
Grandfather and I were having a conversation, and he mentioned, I was a Marine too. I'm like, I had no earthly idea he was a Marine or anything like that. It wasn't until about 15 years after the fact I attended an event, and there was a roll call on the wall, and there was a name Ruffin on there, and I was pretty sure that was my grandfather. Mallory reached out to me at the end of 2021, and what she had discovered, and I said, well, you know what, I think my grandfather was as well.
But by the time they'd figured it out, it was 9 years after the Montford Point Marines were finally recognized by the Obama administration with the Congressional Gold Medal. So the Marion natives got in touch with Joe Geter, who's been leading the charge for years to make sure these Marines get recognized.
We're changing lives, we're establishing legacies, and now when somebody asks these families, well, what did your grandfather do? They can stick their chest out. Well, my grandfather was a Montford Point Marine.
Reginald and Mallory both got the certification they needed, so their grandfathers could both be officially recognized with that Congressional Gold Medal, just like the others. And to this day, they're working to make sure other Marines get recognized too.
It's a recognition that's long overdue, to be honest with you.
I'm hoping it can give him some joy in heaven. It certainly is doing that for me. It is a part of history that America or the United States needs to know about. It's critical, it's important, everyone needs to know about it.
Mallory recently attended an event in Florida to honor a still living member of the Montford Point Marines who's now well over 100 years old. The Montford Point Marine Association, which has a chapter here in Indy, estimates there are still some 18,000 Marines who served there in Montford Point, North Carolina, that they still have not been able to recognize just yet. But they say they're going to keep at it until each and every one gets the recognition they deserve.
Such a great story, and we hope they do.